Good morning. I was reading an article the other day in Time magazine about how many people are just chatterboxes, are people who find it hard to be quiet. And the people interviewed in this article were lamenting the fact they saw the destruction of friendships and relationships and even marriages because they couldn't just be quiet and listen. They had to fill the silence with opinion and, um, you know, whatever they had read about the subject. Just noise. Now I'm thinking to myself, how many people do I have as friends who listen to me? Now think about that for yourself. How many that just listen to you? That when you come to a gathering, when you have dinner, when it's just one-on-one, if you have a cup of coffee, if you go for a walk, that they are there to just give the gift of their presence and listen, holding space for you, allowing you to delve deeper into whatever it is you're chewing on, and that you want them to be part of that discernment or that further contemplation on the subject. There aren't many people in our lives who allow for the quiet. And it can be an easy parallel that we make to the divine. Often when we go to God, we go hoping that God has an answer for us. We go hoping that God will talk to us, will speak to us, will enlighten us, will fill our mind and heart and soul with wisdom. When often what we truly need and what God knows we need is just a quiet companion. A God who doesn't come with chatter. A God who comes and sits beside you, or sits across from you, or stands next to you as you walk. A God who listens, who doesn't have opinions about everything, and who comes into your company with simply the gift of enjoying your presence and sharing God's own presence with you. There's a little saying, I saw something online that's kind of fun, where there's kind of a medieval barista leaning over a counter, and he says, "Hello, my friend. What do you need today? Do you need the blanket or the sword?" The blanket, comfort, companionship. The sword, action, decision, decisive moments. Do you need advice to know how to further go forward in your life? I think it's important to frame our time with the divine, not always, but to allow for there to be time just in the quiet, just the comfort of presence. Not going to God if we need something. And then asking God to help with the awkwardness we may feel while we're wondering, should I be saying something? Should God be saying something? Is God saying something? And I'm just not getting it. What would it mean if the relationship that we had with the divine was a relationship exactly like the one we've always longed for in a best friend? A relationship that's built on trust, that has warmth, humor, that allows for long silences, that allows for tears and frustration and anger. A relationship where the other person won't walk away from you, stomping their feet, misunderstanding what you've said. A relationship where the other won't hold grudges or doesn't ask you to jump so high. This is the relationship that God wants to offer you. To be that friend, that life companion you have always longed for. In the quiet, does God offer you the blanket or the sword? And might it just be the gift of presence? Explore this further for yourself and take time to be quiet with the one who loves you.